Welcome to Literature Genres. In this video, we shall learn a few important notes on restoration dramatist for NET or Set English 2021. The first question: who is the England's first poet laureate? Who is the first England's poet laureate? John Dryden. John Dryden. In the year 1668, he was appointed as first poet laureate in England. John Dryden was the first poet laureate. Who called John Dryden as Glorious John? Who called John Dryden as Glorious John? Walter Scott. Walter Scott called him Glorious John. What is the first poem written by John Dryden? What is the first poem written by John Dryden? Heroic Stanzas. Heroic Stanzas is the first poem written by John Dryden in the year 1659 on Cromwell's death. Upon Cromwell's death, he wrote the first poem, Heroic Stanzas, in the year 1659. Next question. What is the poem written as the celebration of the return of Charles? On the return of King Charles, John Dryden wrote the poem Austro Redux. Austro Redux is written as a celebration of the returning of King Charles from the exile. Next, what is the first play written by John Dryden? What is the first play written by John Dryden? The Wild Gallant. The Wild Gallant is written by John Dryden as the first play in the year 1663. Next question. Annus Mirabilis, written by John Dryden in the year 1666. In 1666, John Dryden wrote the poem Annus Mirabilis, which describes the English defeat of the Dutch naval fleet and the Great Fire of London. When we study this poem Annus Mirabilis, we could come to understand that in this work, what is being described, that English defeat of the Dutch naval. English defeated the Dutch naval fleet and Great Fire of London also described. Both these two incidents are described in the work Annus Mirabilis of dramatic poesy written in the year 1668 by John Dryden. John Dryden wrote of dramatic poesy in the year 1668. The best play written by John Dryden, is Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb in the year 1675. 1675, Aurangzeb is written by John Dryden, is considered to be the best play. Next question. All for Love was written in blank verse. All for Love written by John Dryden, which is written in the form of blank verse in the year 1617. So All for Love written by John Dryden. Next question. Restoration period begins with, which means restoration literary period begins with George Ethiraj. George Ethiraj is the best practitioner of restoration comedy, and he was the first one to write a restoration play, George Ethiraj. Then next question. Restoration literary period ends with William Congreve. William Congreve was the last man to have completed the restoration period with his works, William Congreve. Next question. Short view of the immortality and profaneness of the English stage, written by Jeremy Collier. Jeremy Collier in 1698. In the year 1698, this essay, Short View of the Immortality and the Profaneness of the English Stage, written by Jeremy Collier. Colic Siba wrote Love's Lost Ship, or The Fool in the Fashion. Love's Lost Shift is the main title of the work written by Colic Siba, and its subtitle is The Fool in Fashion. The Fool in Fashion is the subtitle in the year 1696. 1696. The Fool in Fashion is the subtitle. Next question. We should know that what are the minor restoration dramatists available in the period, restoration period. They are Charles Sidney, Thomas Shadwell, John Cowney, Thomas Tubray, and Mrs. Aphra Behn. These writers are considered to be the minor dramatists. They have written a few dramas during the restoration period. Next question. Essays on heroic play written as a preface to the Conquest of Granada. The Conquest of Granada is written Essays on heroic plays, which is the preface to the work The Conquest of Granada. Heroic tragedy was popularized by whom? John Dryden and Sir Robert Howard. Sir Robert Howard and John Dryden had popularized the term heroic tragedy. Next question. The Indian Queen was written by John Dryden. The Indian Queen was written by John Dryden. It is a collaboration of John Dryden and Robert Howard. So, who are the collaborative writers to write the Indian Queen? John Dryden and Robert Howard in the year 1664. In the year 1664. The Indian Emperor was written by John Dryden in the year 1665. The next question. The Indian Emperor was written by John Dryden in the year 1665. What is the hallmark of the heroic play? What is the hallmark of the heroic play? Is the tyrannic love or the royal martyr in the year 1699. What is the hallmark? The next question. What is the hallmark of the heroic play? Is tyrannic love or the royal martyr in 1699. Aurangzeb was written by John Dryden in the year 1675. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe and share to your friends.